This video, I'm going to show you my manifestation routine for 2019, how it's switched up over the years, and how you can apply it in your life too, so that you attract what you want easier than ever. Welcome back to another video. My name is Aaron, and I help people expand their consciousness. Now in this video, I'm going to be sharing with you my 2019 manifestation ritual, and also share with you that I believe that as time goes on, as more and more people wake up in the planet, the vibrations are increasing. Therefore, since the vibrations are increasing, whatever we want to manifest happens easier than ever. Whereas it used to be, I had this really long ritual where I had so much to do, and some of it's good because it's like me priming myself. But what I've realized is that things can be so much easier when you allow them to be easier. So in this video, what I'm going to do is just kind of share with you some of the things that I do every single day. And then I'm going to go into a segment where I talk about something called transformative vocabulary. Transformative vocabulary is words that have a very strong influence on the subconscious mind, and there's a certain way you can use it when looking at a mirror. And it's something that I've been doing for a very long time now, and it works very powerful. There's a way you look at yourself in the eyes, and by doing so you connect to yourself, and you can literally change your subconscious mind. So that will be coming up here in a little bit, but first off, what I wanted to do is to share with you that it's about routine, because routine gets you in a prime state. So every single day, here's a couple things that I do, okay? So so like, for example, there is now water made. This is hot water. I have a lemon. I'm gonna cut that up. That's gonna go inside some something to drink. That's really good for digestion. And I actually first read that in Think and Grow Rich. Think of it like the body influences the mind, and the mind influences the body. So if you have a whole bunch of food that's not digesting from the night before, that will weigh you down. So in general, something else I do for manifestation is when I wake up in the morning, I want my energy to be more potent, so I don't eat when I get up. I actually do something called intermittent fasting, where I only eat for the first, I don't eat till about 5 hours, 6 hours into my day. So I only eat within an 8-hour window. That because then it gives my body more time to heal itself and to do what it needs to do. But I find it also keeps me in a high vibe state to fast. So that I do that as well. I drink lemon water every single morning. Something else I do is I do a very cold shower that primes me. But the first thing I do every single morning is I meditate. So I may meditate on this, I may move it over a little bit. And what I'll do is I will observe my thoughts completely neutrally. I will not judge them. I will just allow them to come in and allow them to go out. Allow them to come in, allow them to go out. And by doing that, I start to disengage from the reactive mind. I would say that's a huge, huge thing. And what I do is I do that for about 10-15 minutes. And then if something happens throughout the day, instead of me reacting to it, I can just respond. So it's a game changer. It completely changed my life when I started doing it about 6 years ago. And I think it'll change your life too if you do it. Just observe your thoughts. Sometimes what I'll do is I'll have like a candle on something with a candle flame, and I'll look at the candle flame, keep my eyes on it, and just allow the thoughts to come in and allow the thoughts to leave. So that's something else that I do. The other thing is, I film a video every day because I do my passion. That's what I'm very passionate about, is filming videos. So what you can do as well is find out what you're passionate about and do the same thing right when you get up in the morning. And do the most leveraged things right when you wake up as well. But for manifestation, I would say it's a combination of taking action. So it's me doing what I'm passionate about. That puts me into the passion frequency. And then it is me elevating the emotion in meditation. So in meditation, the mind doesn't know the difference between what it's thinking about and what it's imagining. So what I do, or what it's imagining and what is actually happening. So what I do is I prime certain states into my life, and I do that and I visualize what I want to experience, and by doing so it primes me to a certain emotion, and that emotion helps me manifest. But understand that things are manifesting quicker in 2019, and it's about really just being in alignment with you and your passion and your frequency of how you prefer to be. And what I would say is the more you focus and also meditate is the more you disengage from the old 3D reality. The news is always trying to suck us in. If you just observe it, it won't have so much power over you. So observe the news, observe the 3D world, allow and really have boundaries for your own vibration. and that will help you with this process. So now what we're about to get into is a video that I made that has to do with understanding my morning routine plus my nightly routine of how you put your hands over your heart every day, how you do this thing called, from the book called The Feeling is the Secret by Neville Goddard. Amazing, amazing process. One of the most powerful manifestation processes I've ever used, and I use it almost every single day. You'll see that as well. I share a whole bunch of stuff that I haven't shared before coming up in this segment. There are certain things that I say right when I get up in the morning that has a very powerful effect on my mind, and it has to do with the words you actually say. So what I'm going to be sharing with you is the words that I use, because it's called transformative vocabulary. So imagine that there's certain words that you use that impacts your mind in a more powerful way than other words. And for everyone, this is going to be a little bit different, first off. But the idea behind this, and I'm going to share with you also the most powerful technique that I've ever found for manifestation, and it has to do with as you're going to bed at night. And I'm going to share with you that in a minute. But first, what I wanted to do is I wanted to share a little bit about the actual words that you can use that can influence your mind in a powerful way. Because what I did is I originally read this book. It's called Awaken the Giant Within. It's by a guy named Tony Robbins, if you've ever heard of Tony Robbins. And in it, he has this part of it that's called transformative vocabulary, which are these words that influence the subconscious mind in a very powerful way. And the idea behind it that I use is I make sure that I say those words right when I wake up in the morning or right before I go to bed, or I at least think them. So you don't have to say it out loud. Of course, when it's Lior, I'm saying it, but in your own mind, you can also think these words. Of course, voice, though, does have a certain dimension to it, because as you say it, it's a certain vibration that you're literally putting out into the universe. So saying it does have a lot of power as well, but I understand also that sometimes when you're going to bed at night, you may not have the energy to say it, or when you wake up in the morning. When you wake up in the morning, though, that's a very powerful time to say affirmations. So let me show you a little bit of this. There's this part in it, and what it does is it shows, I don't know if you could see it right here, but it shows on one side of the page, it shows good words to use, and on the other side it says great words to use. And I'm going to show you, that's why you can transform the emotion you feel. Any of these words, when you go from what it is, the good word, to the great, it allows you to feel it more. So first off, when you're saying these affirmations, I always say them in the present tense. So even with Lior, I'm not like, you will be beautiful, or you will be successful in the future, or you will be experiencing explosive growth, or you will be loving or compassionate. It's not you will be, it's you are, I am. So I'm saying you are, or I'm saying I am. So you want to say I am feeling when you're doing this. I am feeling. You really want to get into your heart space as well. I recommend always putting the awareness in your heart, because the electromagnetic energy in the heart is thousands of times more powerful than the brain, but there's also neurons in your heart. The HeartMath Institute has shown this. So put the energy in your heart and then think words like this. So let me show you some examples. So one of the words would be like, I'm feeling alert. I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling attractive. Well, these are the great words. Let's see how this takes it up another notch. I'm feeling energized. Much more powerful than alert, right? I'm feeling superb. Much better than all right. I'm feeling gorgeous. Much better than attractive. You see, so these are all different words, and there's many of them. So I'll give you some of the great words. I'm just going to start reading them off to you. These are all words you can use when you think I am feeling. You can think unstoppable, serene, outrageous, turbocharged, impassioned. I'm feeling cosmically charged, just tremendous, unbelievably blessed, vivacious, over the moon, better than excellent. I'm feeling passionate, compelled, driven to, moving at warp speed, fantastic, spectacular, couldn't be better, energized, focused, extraordinary, monumental, exhilarated, incredible, culomundo. I like that one. Culomundo, that's one of them. Booming, invincible, charged up, emboldened, empowered, brilliant, explosive, soaring, great. So these are all words that you can use. All of those you can use, and see which words really poke out at you. Which words really allow you to feel more of that emotion inside of your body, because the key to this is always the emotion that you're feeling. So that's what you want to do, and you want to think of this in form of repetition. Now you might be asking yourself, Why do this right in the morning or right at night? Because understand that that is the window of influencing the subconscious mind. The window of influencing the subconscious mind is 30 minutes as you wake up in the morning. Your mind is the most susceptible to influence, and then also the 30 minutes right before you go to bed at night. Your mind is winding down and you're going into those deeper states. Think of it like this too. You are right now awake with me. You are in about a alpha or beta state. That's the awake state. We're all in an alpha or a beta state when we're awake, unless we're meditating. So we have that of the beta state, the alpha state, and the theta state. These are the three main ones. There's a couple deeper ones in the sleep state, but the idea is that in alpha and beta, the alert states, we don't have much influence over the subconscious mind. And when we're awake, we're in the conscious mind. Now, as you go to bed at night, you drift off into theta state. In theta state, that's where we influence our subconscious mind. As you're growing up until about the ages of 8 to 10 years old, you're pretty much only in a theta state, meaning you're just absorbing everything into the subconscious mind. That's why they say a lot of times that your beliefs are formed at an early age and you take on the beliefs of your parents because you're mainly in a theta state. You're in that theta state. So what you do is when you're going to bed at night, you are drifting from the beta to the alpha to the theta to the delta. As you're slipping into sleep, then you have this window of influence in the subconscious mind. So whatever you say in that window has even more power. That's why with Lior, as she's waking up in the morning, I'm saying those affirmations because it is having more power over her subconscious mind. Then she wakes up, she walks around, she goes, oh yeah, I'm beautiful. I mean, she knows she's beautiful, but you know what I mean. And she knows these things even deeper. So you can do that in every area of your life. But that's why, as you're going to bed, you want to do that. Now, let me share with you the technique that I use. And I'll show you, and I will go into my room and show you what you might do. First off, when I wake up in the morning, what I do is I do the affirmations. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll look into this mirror right here. This mirror is, I can look at myself in the eyes. When you're doing it in the morning, and you're doing the affirmations, look at yourself in one of your eyes. You'll see you have a predominant eye. Look at yourself in the eye because it's almost like you connect to the deeper part of yourself. You ever notice that when you make eye contact with someone else, you feel very connected to them? Well, in the same way, when you make eye contact with yourself, you feel more connected to yourself. So say those transformative words right when you wake up in the morning. Looking in the mirror if you can. Now, if you're in bed, then say it in bed, feel it, and then what I would do is I'd come over here and then I would say things like that. Like, I feel amazing, turbocharged, excited, passionate about my day. I feel like everything's going to go. I'm going to be in the right place at the right time. I like to say things throughout my day as well. I have general intentions, and then sometimes what I do is I have intentions of what I want to experience throughout the day. So I went to at the gym, I have an amazing workout. I feel like I'm breaking down muscle and rebuilding it, and I feel so good. Even that the next day when I feel a little sore, I know that I've done a lot of work. I love that feeling. I love the feeling of feeling energized after a good workout. Even though those kind of don't seem like they go together, they do for me. I prime myself for that. I prime myself that when I eat, I get food that's nourished. I pick food that does well for my body. I set these intentions, and throughout my day, it adds up. It adds up over time. So, in bed, for example, another thing you could do for this as well, when you're waking up in the morning, get a crystal. I have like different crystals. This is a rose quartz. I have different crystals that I may use. And what you could do is as you're waking up, maybe put the crystal on your heart or something. But what I would do is I would lay down as I'm going to bed at night. Okay, this is what you want to do. I'm just going to show you. I'm going to actually demonstrate. I know that Lior likes to do that in her videos. She likes to demonstrate things. So here's what I would do, all right? As you're going to bed at night, put your hands over your heart, because then the electromagnetic energy starts to go inside of your heart. Put the electromagnetic energy inside of your heart, feel the energy, and then what you want to do as you're falling asleep, and this is a technique from the book called The Feeling is the Secret. It is one of the most powerful techniques I've ever found. Put your hands over your heart and feel the emotion of what you want to experience in your life, and think of it and immerse yourself inside of a certain situation. So for example, I may close my eyes. Imagine myself with the freedom to travel the world and to be doing speaking events places, or to be able to eat at amazing restaurants and to be in beautiful places that I'm staying at. I would imagine the freedom of that, how passionate I feel, how I love what I do. And I would put the awareness in my heart and feel as if it's happening now. Because the mind doesn't know the difference between what it's imagining and what's actually happening. And what I would do is, as I'm falling asleep at night, I'm feeling the gratitude. Focus on the gratitude of that being your current reality. And then you begin to drift off into sleep. And if every single night you drift off into sleep with the gratitude in your heart of you already experiencing the reality you want, that will eventually become your reality. This is a technique that I have shown so many people, and so many people's life has been transformed from this technique. So that's why I share it with you. Every single night as you go to bed, put your hands over your heart, feel the emotions of what you want to experience, and be grateful that it's your current present reality. Imagine as if you're looking through your own eyes. Don't necessarily, I wouldn't imagine myself like traveling as if I was watching myself in a movie. I watch it as if it's happening through my own eyes. As if I may be on a plane, I may look around. I see it like that. So in the same way, you can do something very similar. Imagine it, put the awareness in your heart. The feeling is the secret. The feeling is the secret to influencing your subconscious mind. You can do that in the morning when you wake up and when you go to bed at night, but also there's a window. That window is when you can say things with emotion that give you emotion. All those words that I said earlier, only pick the ones that you really feel strong emotion about. Those will help you in this process. So understand that this is something that can transform your whole entire life as you begin to apply. Understand that the more you feel the emotions of what you want to experience, and know too that when you do that, you're literally becoming that version of you. It's not just that you're thinking it and it's like you're going to attract that into your life. You become the kind of person that feels grateful for that reality as you're going to bed at night. That becomes you. So I feel that freedom naturally because that's who I am. That's how I view it, at least. So with that being said, I hope you enjoyed that video. I hope that it gave you a little bit more clarity as to how you can apply your own manifestation ritual. Take what works from me, or take what works and leave what doesn't. Some stuff will resonate, some stuff won't. Observe the old 3D reality. I'd say for everyone that would be beneficial, not to re-engage and like to emphasize it, to observe the old, to understand that what's coming is going, to then focus on your vibration, you doing what you're passionate about, you deciding that you being in that frequency is going to be you really manifesting what you want faster than ever, and then also just understanding that you are a spiritual being living a temporary human experience, and the more you allow yourself to know that your life can be divine, the more divine it will be. The more you realize your life is a dream, the more dreamlike it becomes. So see how you can apply all these things. I'd say the cold lemon water, or the hot lemon water, helps with digestion. The observing the thoughts meditation for 10 or 15 minutes right when you wake up in the morning. The beyond that, you can do a visualization where you can connect into your heart center, and then beyond that, you can do that of getting to your heart center. Do the feeling is the secret before you go to bed at night. All of these different things are simple yet powerful, but reprogram your subconscious mind using the transformative vocabulary I share, and it will change your life. And things can happen quicker than ever in 2019, and I believe that they can happen for you if you apply these processes. So with that being said, let me know which one you like the most below in the comment section. Other than that, I'm going to go ahead and get throughout my day. Got some stuff to do, getting ready to go to Japan soon. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, what are you doing? I'm going to be showing you a bunch of stuff from Japan. Plus I do Q&As almost every single day there. So if you haven't followed me on Instagram already, you'll see it right there. And other than that, I appreciate you being here. Talk to you in the next video. Peace, much love, and namaste.